Evenin', folks. Uncle Drew here, sittin' by a fire that don't quite warm the soul. You found me again, didn't you good? Means you're ready for a story that's been clawin' at me, beggin' to be told. Picture me in the dark, just a voice in the void, spinnin' a tale from the corners of the internet where truths hide in plain sight. You ever been on Reddit? That place ain't just a website. It's a digital campfire, folks from every walk of life tossin' their stories into the glow. Love, betrayal, dreams, fears, it's all there, raw as a fresh cut. Tonight, I'm talking you to a subreddit called Our Life After Midnight, where secrets come out when the world's asleep. And I'm gonna tell you about a kid named Caleb, who posted something that changed everything. This is Life and Reddit with Uncle Drew. Buckle up, cause we're goin' somewhere you can't unvisit. Caleb was 23, livin' in a nowhere town. Think rusted trailers, gas stations that shut at dusk, and a job flippin' burgers for folks who never tip. His first post hit Our Life After Midnight at 2:17 a.m. titled "Anyone Else Dream About a Guy Offering You a Deal?" He wrote it half jokin', like he was shaken off a bad night. Said he'd been dreamin' of a man in a long black coat, face blurry like smoke trapped in glass. The dream was vivid, Caleb walkin' down an endless dirt road, stars burnin' cold above, ground crunchin' under his boots. The air was thick, like breathin' through a wet cloth, and the man glided beside him, coat swayin' like it was alive. His voice was smooth, too smooth, promisin' money to escape that dead-end town, a girl who'd love him fierce, a life that meant somethin'. All Caleb had to do was say yes, and give somethin' back. The man wouldn't say what, just smiled a smile that made Caleb's skin crawl, like spiders skitterin' down his spine. He woke up sweatin', heart hammerin', posted it thinkin' it was nothin'. That post got 47 upvotes by dawn, and the comments started rollin' in. First was "You sleepy trucker," claimin' he'd dreamed of a woman with eyes like oil slicks, offerin' a promotion for a price. He passed, but his brother didn't, and his brother ain't been right since, starin' at walls like he sees somethin' nobody else does. You moonlit wanderer, a sub-regular, called it stress, maybe too many late-night horror binges, but her words felt hollow, like she was tryin' to convince herself. Then "You nobody sees me 93 dropped a bomb, don't say yes. I did, and now I can't sleep without seein' him. No details, just that chill warnin'." Caleb asked for more, but "Nobody sees me 93 never replied. I've seen comments like that before, folks. They hit like a warning shot, then vanish like smoke. Makes you wonder who's watchin' the watchers. Caleb's second post came a week later, 3:42 a.m. titled "He's Back, and I Think I'm Losing It." The kid wasn't Logan anymore. The dream had changed, grown sharper, like it was clawing its way into his bones. The road was the same, but now it stretched into a void, stars pulsin' like they were alive, each one whisperin' his name in a voice he couldn't shake. The man in the coat was closer, so close Caleb could smell him: ozone, old leather, and something sour, like rot just out of sight. His face was still a blur, but his eyes were holes, blacker than the void, pullin' Caleb until he felt like he was drownin'. "Say yes, Caleb," the man whispered, voice slippin' into his skull like oil, coilin' around his thoughts. The man reached out, fingers long and thin, and when they brushed Caleb's arm, his skin burned not with heat, but with a cold that sank deep, leaving a crescent-shaped mark that throbbed when he woke. Caleb woke screamin', bed-soaked, the mark on his arm faint but real, like a bruise that wouldn't fade. But the dreams were spillin' over now. He wrote about shadows movin' in the corner of his eye at the burger joint, slippin' behind the friar when he turned. A smell of ozone lingerin' in his trailer, even with the windows shut. Once, at dusk, he saw a figure across the street, long coat flappin' in a wind that didn't touch the trees. "I'm scared to sleep," he posted. "What if I say yes by accident? What if he's not just a dream?" That post hit 500 upvotes in a day, and our life after midnight lit up like a flare. The comments were a storm of voices. "You sleepy trucker," urged Caleb to burn sage, move towns, anything to break the cycle. "You moonlit wanderer," doubled down on logic, sayin' it was stress, but her tone was shaky, like she was whistlin' past a graveyard. "You nobody sees me," 93 commented again, "He's not in your head. He's in your life now." Caleb begged for answers, but their account was deleted by morning. New voices joined. You thrill seeker 22 egging him on, sayin' it was just a dream, why not play along? But you Brocken Compass shared a story that chilled the thread, a friend who took a deal like that got rich overnight, then vanished, his car found in a ditch with a crescent moon scratched into the hood. You Last Candle, a quiet lurker, posted a wall of text, claimin' the man wasn't human but something ancient, feedin' on choices. "Every deal has a catch," they wrote. "You're already payin' your sanity, your life." Caleb's third post, 4:19 a.m. was a cry for help. "I saw him. Not a dream. He'd been avoidin' sleep, chuggin' energy drinks till his hands shook, but the dreams were relentless, pullin' him under like a riptide. In this one, the road was gone, replaced by a city that wasn't a city. Buildings twisted like they were alive, windows glowin' with a sickly light, streets loopin' back on themselves. The man was there, taller now, coat stretchin' into the shadows like it was part of the city itself. His voice wasn't a whisper anymore but a roar, echoing inside Caleb's chest, "Say yes, or you'll never wake." The air turned thick, pressin' Caleb down, and the man's fingers wrapped around his wrist, cold as iron, leaving another crescent mark that burned through his skin. Caleb tried to run, but the streets shifted, trappin' him, and the man laughed, a sound like glass breakin' in slow motion. Caleb woke with a gasp, heart racin', and found the man standin' at the foot of his bed, real as the trailer walls, coat drippin' shadows like ink. He vanished, but a crescent burn mark scarred the floorboards, curved and black. Caleb uploaded a grainy photo of the mark, dark, jagged, like something clawed through. "I'm not crazy," he wrote. "My life's fallen apart. Job's gone, girlfriend left, power's cut. What if he's right? What if this is my only way out?" That post broke 1,000 upvotes, and the subreddit was chaos. You Thrill Seeker 22 pushed him to take the deal, callin' it a chance to live big. You Last Candle warned he'd opened a door, and You Brocken Compass shared another story, a cousin who saw a figure like Caleb's, took a deal, and was found wanderin' a highway, babbling about a city that didn't exist. Caleb replied, desperate, "I'm so tired," to Compass. "How do I say no to Last Candle?" His last reply was 6 words, "He's outside my window right now." The thread went silent for 2 days, folks demandin' updates, some prayin', others callin' it a hoax. I couldn't look away. I knew that feelin', the weight of eyes, the pull of a choice you might not survive. Caleb's dreams kept gettin' worse, and he posted about 'em almost every night, each one more desperate, more detailed, like he was tryin' to map the nightmare before it swallowed him. His fourth post, 3:11 a.m., titled "The City's Real," described a dream where the twisted city was sharper, streets paved with something that pulsed like flesh, buildings leanin' in as if they were watchin'. The man was everywhere now, his face in every window, his voice in every gust of wind, sayin', You can't run, Caleb. You're mine. The stars were gone, replaced by a sky that bled red, and the ground split open, showing glimpses of other places, other lives, other Calebs, all screamin'. The man showed Caleb visions in the cracks, himself rich, Logan with a woman who loved him, standin' on a stage with folks cheerin'. This can be yours, the man said, hand on Caleb's shoulder, cold burnin' through his shirt. Just say yes. Caleb tried to scream no, but his voice wouldn't come, and the man's grip tightened, leaving another crescent mark, this one on his chest, right over his heart. Caleb woke clawing at his skin, the mark red and raw, like it was carved with a knife. He wrote that the dreams were changin' him, his hands shook all day, his eyes ached like he'd stared into the sun, and he kept hearin' the man's voice in quiet moments, whisperin' his name. I don't know what's real anymore, he posted, I see the city when I close my eyes. I think I'm gonna say yes. That post hit 1,500 upvotes, and the comments were a war zone. You sleepy trucker shared a story of a trucker who dreamed of a city like Caleb's, took a deal, and was never seen again. You moonlit wanderer, now half convinced, suggested therapy, but you last candle was adamant, that city's his trap. Don't go back. Unite Our 88, a new voice, claimed they dreamed of the same city years ago, saw the man, and said no, but they still felt him watchin', waitin' for a crack to slip through. Caleb's fifth post, 4:47 a.m. titled I Can't Stop Dreaming, was a fevered rant. The city was his world now, every sleep pulling him deeper. The streets were alive, shifting to mirror his life, his old high school, warped and empty, his mom's house, doors locked, windows black. The man walked with him, showing him futures, Caleb in a penthouse, money stacking up, but his eyes were hollow, Caleb with a family, but their faces were wrong, like masks slipping off. Each vision ended with the man's smile, teeth sharp as knives, and a new crescent mark burning into Caleb's skin, his neck, his back, his legs, each one deeper, like the man was claiming pieces of him. You're running out of time, the man said, voice echoing through the city's walls. Say yes, or stay here forever. Caleb tried to wake, but the city held him, streets closing like jaws, and he felt his will slippin', the word yes formin' in his throat like a sickness. Caleb woke with a scream, marks crisscrossing his body, some bleedin' now. He posted a blurry photo, red, crescent-shaped scars, like a map of his nightmares. I'm breakin', he wrote. I hear him when I'm awake. The city's in my head. I don't wanna die, but I can't keep fightin'. That post broke 2,000 upvotes, and our life after midnight was a frenzy. You Last Candle posted a cryptic guide, burn the marks, reject the city, or he owns you. You Thrill Seeker 22 called it epic, urging Caleb to go for it, but you Brocken Compass shared a tale of a neighbor who dreamed of a city, said yes, and was found dead, body covered in crescent scars. Caleb's replies were frantic, I tried burnin' it didn't work, to Last Candle. I don't wanna die, to Compass. His last comment, he's in my room. I'm done. Caleb's final post, 5:03 a.m. titled I Said Yes, was short, like he was Russian. He was in my room again, he wrote. Said this was my last chance. The city's all I see now, even awake. I'm done fightin'. I said yes. I feel lighter. He's gone, but I hear him in my head. No photo, no replies. The post got 2,500 upvotes, but Caleb never commented again. The subreddit exploded. You moonlit wanderer apologized for doubt in him, you last candle warned he crossed over, you thrill seeker 22 cheered like it was a win. But you forgotten he posted something that stuck, check his town's news. You'll see. I did. And I wish I hadn't. I dug into Caleb's posts, piecing together clues. He mentioned a diner called Rusty's and a trailer park off Route 17. Took some search in, but I found a small town news site, datelined a week after his last post. Local man missing after fire, it said. Caleb's trailer burned to ash, no body found. Cops called it arson, found a crescent burn mark on the ground, unscorched by the blaze. Another article, buried deeper, mentioned a stranger seen in town days before, tall, long coat, gone by morning. I sat back, heart poundin'. I'd seen that mark before, years ago, when I faced a shadow of my own. I said no, back then. Paid a price, but I'm still here. Caleb, he wasn't so lucky. Caleb's dreams weren't just nightmares, they were a cage, built by something older than time, something that knew how to twist hope into a noose. The city he saw, with its living streets and bleeding sky, was a trap, shaping itself to his fears, his wants, till he couldn't tell it from reality. Every mark on his body was a claim, every vision a lie to pull him deeper. The man in the coat wasn't a man, but a hunter, feeding on choices, leaving scars that don't heal. I read other threads on our Life After Midnight, found echoes you starless path dreamin' of a city, crescent marks on their hands, you fading echo losing weeks to dreams of a figure in a coat, promisin' fame. Some said no, like me, and lived with the weight. Others, like Caleb, said yes, and vanished. Reddit's a mirror, folks. Stare long enough, you see what's real humanity's hopes, fears, and the things that hunt em. Caleb's thread wasn't just a story. It was a warning. That man in the coat, or whatever he is, he's out there, offering deals to folks desperate enough to listen. And he ain't alone. I've walked that road, felt that pull. I'm telling you this so you know, when the dark offers you something, ask what it's talking. 'Cause it's always more than you think. I'll be back, folks, with another story from the shadows. Till then, keep your eyes open and your choices close. This is Uncle Drew, signing off.